Okay, a little update on how I'm doing with the Hormone Reset diet. I think last time I spoke to you, I had completed the meatless and the sugar-free. So now I've since gone on to the fruit-free as well, which I actually thought was going to be pretty easy, seeing as I don't eat much fruit. But every time I did feel like something sweet because I'm not eating sugar, I thought, oh, I'll be healthy and have some fruit, and then there was a dead end there. So anyway, I wanted to say I had the worst headaches on day 3, spilling into day 4. Then they subsided, and now I'm on day maybe somewhere between 11 and 12, I think, and headaches again, really bad, like really bad headaches, and I'm assuming that's from fully going off caffeine. I weaned myself off it and was having it every second day, but then now I've gone completely cold turkey, so really bad headaches. So I'm trying to just maybe have a tea, but not a caffeine tea, with a splash of milk, just to make me feel like it's a coffee. Yeah, so I'm in the end of caffeine-free stage now, and the next stage I'll be entering into will be grain-free. I really don't know how I'm going to go. It's basically going to leave me with, I think, meat and veg at this stage, and it will probably force me to increase my veggie intake, which will be a good thing because, yeah. I currently can't find a tape measure, so I didn't take any measurements, which is unfortunate, but I have found that I've got back into my old jeans, not my old jeans, just my old jeans. There's a huge difference. Yeah, and I'm feeling way less puffy, and yeah, just feeling good skin in general. So I'll keep you updated when I get into grain free. I feel like it's going to be a tricky one. Okay guys, so I just thought I'd do a little update on my Hormone Reset diet. I'm on day 19 now, so I'm fully entering the dairy-free zone, which I think is going to be quite easy for me because I've always, well, for the last 5 years at least, drunk plant-based milk, and so the only thing I do tend to do is have the little bit of normal cheeses here and there, which I will now cut out. It won't be a great loss to me, although I just will say I did make the decision to take my scales out, my weighing scales out today, and because I've been feeling better in my clothes and stuff, I thought, well, you know, the scale is going to show that. But anyway, as I discovered today, the scales did not reflect that for me, and what it did for my mental state was it just made me feel like 19 days in and I've really got nothing to show for in the weight department. But this is what always happens to me no matter what diet I go on. It never reflects on the scales, but I always do feel a change in my clothing. So I've just got to pull myself together and realise that this is a work in process. This is a work in process, and trust the process, and just keep going. We've got 3 days of dairy free to go. Then after that we do 3 days of detoxify and go toxin free, which I'll explain later. Yeah, so I don't think I'm going to feel many changes from going dairy free because I don't really find it a problem. I don't really care about cream, cheese and all that sort of stuff. Love it, but can live without it. So yeah, and I'll keep you updated. Hello, good afternoon. Well, today I can honestly say that I'm in the final home stretch. I'm in the home run of the Hormone Reset diet. So I'm doing the final 3 days now, which is the toxin free. I'm going to say I'm going to find this one a little bit challenging because I do love my savoury, salty foods, like, for example, maybe French onion soup. I like making dips, all that good stuff. So I'm going to find it hard to avoid toxins and stuff from a few little packaged foods that I like. So I'm going to find this a little bit more difficult than it was to go dairy-free. I found grain-free a bit tricky as well because obviously it cuts out most carbs, and even like I went to a movie premiere last night and I couldn't just nibble on some popcorn, so I found that really awkward. So that's cool. I just drunk water. It's for a short time. It's for a short time, not forever. That's what I keep telling myself. And so yeah, next 3 days are going to be toxin free, and they say you can also experience you know, that detoxification the same as you did when you first went sugar free, which I'm not looking forward to. I'm really hoping I can do these final 3 days. Yeah, out of everything, I'm finding this one might be the hardest. Really weird. And I've had to use this filter today. Number 1, because I love it, and number 2, because I've got no makeup on because I'm going for a facial now. So anyway, now after this we're going to go into, they call it re-entry. So we're going to introduce one food at a time and see if we have any like effects or yeah, bloating or anything from that particular food, which is a really good way to isolate the different foods and see if you have like reactions to them. Another good thing she said is while you're going toxin free, make sure that you go outside, get fresh air. Fresh air is the number 1 thing that you can do for yourself, and sunshine is really, really good for the body. And also she said, like, get rid of 1 or 2 cleaning products in your home. You don't need to get too fancy with cleaning products that only put more toxins in the air and in the home, which is not healthy for you. Another thing I've done before I run out of time is I'm going through my makeup and I'm making sure that it's nasty free, SLS free, paraben free with my shampoos, my lip balms, my lipsticks. I've got a lot of makeup, so there's a lot of work to be done there, but yeah, it's another good tip.
Good morning. Well, I just thought I'd give you a little update on the Hormone Reset diet. I finished my toxin-free 3 days. Don't know how good I did on them because I wasn't too fussy, because at this point I feel like, you know, there's not much I am eating, so I wasn't bad, but I wasn't good. I wasn't perfect. Okay, so after this stage we go into the re-entry phase, which she suggests that you reintroduce all the foods that you took out. So like, you know, your red meats, your dairy, your sugar, your caffeine. You can reintroduce them and eat them once a day for 3 days and see if there's any reaction in your gut, like bloating, gurgling, anything like that. And if you do feel that sort of uncomfortableness, then you know that you may have an intolerance to them, and then you will just know to leave them out of your food code, which she suggests to write a food code that you can write in your notepad in your phone and just refer to every day, just to keep you on the straight and narrow. So in your food code you might write drink filtered water every day, stick to correct portion sizes, eat before going to events, avoid dairy, avoid gluten, avoid grains, be aware when you're eating, smell your food before eating it, and stop eating when you're 70% full. When you're doing the food re-entry, like reintroducing those foods back into your diet, you don't have to reintroduce every single food. You can just choose not to reintroduce sugar or caffeine, which I won't be reintroducing caffeine now that I've got off it. I don't want to go through that again. So I may have it once in a blue moon, I don't know, but I'm not going to be drinking it every day because it just became a habit and I wasn't even aware of it. So I'm not going to go back on it now that I'm off. I won't be reintroducing sugar if it happens to be in some things that I eat, like sauces or whatever, then no problem, but I just won't knowingly put it in my drinks or food. And as far as doing these resets, you can do them every 6 months if you want to. I think for now I'm just going to try and stay on the good path and see how I go. Haven't been game enough to hop on the scales, but I am very happy that I'm comfortably getting back into my jeans and definitely noticing a size difference there. So yeah, been happy with my results so far.